So let's get into what's going on at FAMU. I hate this. I really hate that we even gave ESPN and these other outlets a story because it is a rarity that they cover anything positive about HBCUs. Nevertheless, though, I think this is what we're talking about. FAMU football team decided that it was a brilliant, let me be clear, not the football, FAMU football players, some of them decided that it was a brilliant idea to allow a rapper, I'm not even going to say his name, to allow a seemingly decently popular rapper to shoot a music video in their locker room. The video went like viral. I follow a lot of HBCU students and graduates, so it was all down my timeline. Administration came out and said something. They came out and said that they were less than pleased that this was an unauthorized music video and that this video did not represent their values and what they stand for. I don't even know why the FAMU football players even thought that this was a good idea. I don't even why would you ever think that this was okay? I mean, seriously. After this happened, after it went viral, after the, administration put out their statement, the school suspended all football operations pending an investigation. The investigation it's not over, but they have now resumed all football activities. But who knows what's going to happen with the players, or some of them are going to lose their scholarships, or if they're going to be, disciplined in some type of way. I've seen some people on Twitter what's the problem? It was a couple different things. I've seen some people on Twitter that was like, what's the problem? They don't see anything wrong with this at all, especially because this is an HBCU. It's not clicking for me. I'm not understanding what that means. So because it's the HBCU, we should let this go on. If anything, what are you trying to say that says about HBCUs that this would be okay? Secondly, I seen the argument of what's the difference because these same rappers or these same artists, similar to this one who shot the video, they can come to homecoming. And I seen a very good contrary point to that, which was during the homecoming for one, they bleep out the lyrics. That's for one, that they usually give the clean version of their song. So that point is vetoed. That doesn't even count. And for two, homecoming, it is an authorized performance. You were authorized to come here and do this. This was not authorized by anyone except the football players who don't have the right to authorize anybody to do anything. I hate this. I really do hate this because as soon as this story came out, this was all over ESPN. ESPN was talking about this nonstop. I don't like that because I don't see a lot of coverage on the positive things that go on at HBCUs all the time. But stories like this, or stories like the Ed Reed whole situation with when he was trying to go to Bethune, we was talking about that nonstop. We was talking about, Deion Sanders and, Jackson State nonstop. That's when a lot of negative press came to HBCUs during both of those events, when Ed Reed was like, Deion Sanders was right. Now, what does that mean? What I don't see them talking about is the lack of, lack of representation of HBCU athletes in a lot of these professional leagues, whether it be the NFL, whether it be the MLB, whether it be the NBA. I don't see them talk about that, if at all. I didn't see them running coverage when, Deion Sanders said that there was only one HBCU athlete that was drafted in the NFL draft. Like Deion Sanders said, of all the HBCU athletes that, declared for the draft, there were only one that y'all thought that was worthy of being drafted. I mean, honestly. During the NBA draft, I talked about that on that episode that happened. There was not even one athlete that was drafted from an HBCU. Do ESPN be talking about that? So, like I seen constantly being tweeted on Twitter, I want ESPN and all of these other platforms that made sure to talk about this FAMU story that was not necessarily positive. I want them to give them the same coverage during the season when they're getting buckets, when they're getting yards, when they're scoring touchdowns, when it's all things that are positive. I want them to be getting the same coverage. And I thank ESPN in advance for it.